ever had one of those days when everything just went wrong? You may have overslept, forgotten your homework, spilled juice down the front of your shirt, and when you finally got to school, you probably thought it was going to be a bad day. Well, that used to be me. Whenever something went wrong, my first reaction was always, great, today's ruined. Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed Gaber, and today I will be talking about the power of positive thinking. One day, in a moment of complete silence, I noticed my thoughts were louder than anything around me. Then I realized something profound. The problem wasn't the day, the problem was my thinking. Although we can't control many things in life, we can control how we react to those things. This, in turn, plays a major part in how our happiness comes alive. When you think positively, your brain releases chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin. Such chemicals help reduce stress, give you energy to succeed, and help you to be more centered and composed. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and think about this question. If you don't actively build the life you want, then who will build it for you? Think about how that applies in real life. Imagine two students studying for the same exam. One says, I can do this. The other says, I cannot. Who do you think will do better? We don't wake up and decide to doubt ourselves. It happens silently, especially in a world where comparison, pressure, and criticism are everywhere. Over time, those thoughts can become so familiar that we mistake them for truth. What's powerful is that positive thinking does not mean forcing yourself to feel happy all the time. When a friend fails, you don't tell them they're useless. You just remind them that there is a new chance. Imagine how different life would feel if we treated ourselves with the same patience. The struggle of feeling emotionally lonely, even when surrounded by people, can take a toll on your well-being. It's that awkward moment at a party where everyone seems to be having fun, but none of your close friends are there. Or when you're sitting in a classroom full of people, but it feels like no one truly understands you. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about not being understood. By recognizing our feelings and seeking real connections or validating ourselves, we can ease that loneliness and find comfort even when others don't fully get us. Thinking negatively is a natural part of the human experience. Everyone does it. But when it becomes a frequent habit, it can impact your life in ways you might not immediately notice. Think of it like a lens. If the lens is smudged, everything you look at appears blurry or distorted, regardless of how bright the world actually is. So here's what I think. We need to start challenging our negative thoughts instead of believing them. Locate a small positive thought. When you think, I cannot, when you replace that negative thought with a positive one, your brain will face significant changes, and so will your daily life. As Katarina Blom, a Swedish psychologist, once said, focusing on the positive is not about turning a blind eye to the negative and putting a smile on. It's about finding and paying attention to what makes you feel better. And she was right. Every morning, you have a choice. You can say, today is going to be a terrible day. Or you can say, today is a new chance to do something inspiring. And today, I am a more positive person. Because in the end, well-being isn't just about eating right or sleeping enough, but it begins in the one place we often ignore, our mind. Thank you.